Engagements tab is where you set it up so you can bill clients separately for special projects or specific work. When an engagement is set up for a client and used properly, you'll notice that all the work marked as an engagement shows up separately from other WIP'd time. Here on the billing screen, I have billed and unbilled showing right now. If I scroll down and take a look at Chillac Enterprises, you can see that their default, that's the regular WIP'd time. Any of these marked as default. But you can see they also have an engagement set up for audit work and review. So any time that's entered in relation to these two engagements would be chosen on the time entry screen so that that time would be billed separately from all regular work we do for them. So back on the client screen, let's look at Audio King and their engagement tab. Right now we only have the default engagement in here, so that's just the regular time that we bill for them. And all clients will have that. As you can see up top, we have two fields. I like to keep mine on active, so I'm showing my active engagements, but I could show both, or I could show just the inactive, and I could search for an engagement by name if I had a lot of them down here and needed to quickly get to a specific engagement. You can see we have the refresh reload button here and the print data grid button also, so if you wanted to click that and download to your computer an Excel spreadsheet version of what you see here, you'd be able to do that. And of course we have the clear button to clear our filters. Down here at the bottom, we have a list of all the engagements that we've created for any client. These are just down here to make it easy for you. So for example, if you needed to add a tax engagement to a client, you didn't have to recreate it each time that you're doing that for each client. But down here, we have the add a new engagement button. We also have the same refresh and print data grid buttons down here. And you can see that we have the same fields as well. Let's go over the columns that we have down here. So off to the left, we have the blue arrow that brings up the engagement and attaches it to this client. So if I clicked on the blue arrow for audit, it would bring up the audit engagement. And now Audio King would have an audit engagement attached to them. I'm going to go ahead and delete this though for now. Then we have our three dots, which opens up our drop-down menu where we can edit an engagement or delete one. We have the name of the engagement, the description, and then we have the status. These are all set to active status right now, but if I wanted to make the audit engagement, for example, inactive, I would just click here to deactivate it. And then click on it again to make it active again. So let's say we do a lot of work for this client, Audio King, and they've let me know that they would like to be billed for all tax-related work we do for them separate from all the other work. You can see that I do have tax listed down here. But let's say that it wasn't down here and I needed to add it. I would just click the plus sign and give it a name and a description and save it. And it would show up just like we have tax right here. So based on the scenario I explained before, we do want to attach the tax engagement to Audio King. So we will click the blue arrow to send it up, and it comes up here. It is active. Now going forward, when entering time for Audio King, I'll go ahead and choose Audio King in here. If I wanted to have something built on that tax engagement, I would choose tax here under the engagement column. Let's just go ahead and choose this one here just so I can show you what I'm talking about. Let's do 4 hours. It's $700. I'll click save and I will whip it. And then on the billing tab now, for Audio King, you can see that now I have a tax engagement with $700 of unbilled WIP, and it's totally separate from their regular WIP'd time. You'll notice the engagement option on several screens in TPS. You see it here on the billing screen. You can filter reports for engagements. On the billing tab, when you're doing automatic billing, you have the option for engagement here, so I could choose the tax there. And you can even set up your workflow calendar to include your engagements. And that's just a super quick explanation of the Engagements tab. Make sure you watch the video here on the Budget tab because that ties into engagements.